Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome back to my series of teaching the dailies. So last episode I said it was going to be more random, and I think I might just make it another one focusing on my usual normal routine. So not too much different from my first iteration or my first series that I did ever of teaching the dailies about a year ago. But obviously in the past year I've improved a lot as a player, so this one is going to be a lot more sort of, improved upon and sort of just there's a lot more to discuss. And I'm probably just gonna go through like random levels, like whenever I feel like it. I'm probably not gonna do level zero, but maybe I'll touch on lower levels a little bit, or just stick to mainly high levels, and maybe with like a little few lowers in between thrown in. I don't know, but this is probably gonna be one of my main series because it's really easy to make, and there's so much content and stuff for me to talk about, and there's a whole lot of SpyParty learning to be had. So today, yet again, just at level 6 a little bit ago. Luckily though, the dailies reset at 8 o'clock, and I think I recorded the other one at like 7:20, so it's now 8 o'clock, and I am able to do another recording uh, because I played the levels yesterday. So now level 7 has been re-unlocked for me. Hopefully we don't get too much balcony or weird 3 of 7 courtyard setups. That way I have a lot of good stuff to talk about. But if I do, oh well. So let's see what the first venue is going to be. So we got a nice, you know, comfy 4-7 courtyard setup versus Grash here, and probably a pretty good spy game if they beat Grash, but nonetheless, let's get going. Yet again, I'm going to be focusing on my main routine and my main thoughts, so everything's on the table here. I'm not just going to focus on pathing or behavior or just camping. I'm probably going to use all three, and I'm going to be sniping how I would snipe in an actual game. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff for me to talk about. But let's go. So Courtyard, obviously the plan, statues, Amba, and Purloin are all top threats. So let's go. So we've got Puff, and there we have a bug from Seek. And, while I could just shoot him right now, what if you want to, double confirm that it's Seek, right? Then let's watch some paths of his. So does this weird wraparound conversation for no reason. And we're in a yellow triangle conversation. I'm expecting a BB here. I can't imagine that this is going to be a flirt. Yeah. And there's only three real BBs, him included, and then Duke in general. But we don't have to shoot him still yet. But, we'll just highlight the real BBs. And then, yeah, Puff is still on that left side there. And we still have Puff on the right side. So, Puff, Puff. Although I don't think I checked the second set, but it didn't matter because I think I saw the bug before that. But right now, what we have highlighted are the real BBs. I'm imagining we're going to go to statues here. And I will now finally shoot because without even looking at my screen here, we have bug, contact, and then inspects would have been 3 missions. We only need flirt. And yeah, bug, contact. So very nice and standard game here. We could also swap here to finish missions right away, but yeah, we did actually do that too. And yeah, just did a really fast, aggressive game there, and it pays off. Grash just wasn't expecting a finish, I think, and we just got away with that white swap there at the end. So, kudos to our spy there in that replay. But starting off like the last video, we hit a bunch of a nice easy bug catch at the beginning. So this one is Wrestler versus Slappy Davis on 3-7 Pub. Hopefully, I'm not a huge fan of Pub already, so when I snipe Pub, it's really mainly pathing, delegate watching, and obviously I highlight inspects, but you gotta watch bug and paths outside of the bar mainly too. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on here. And sometimes people like to early timeout on Pub, so I'm gonna watch that as well. So let's see. Okay, so nest for our statues, and bling is our first taker. I like Salmon's path there a lot. Okay, Bling's path is pretty good. So Bling and Salmon, I'm probably going to low light. Alice takes the first prince of the game. Okay, so Planeswin also with the drink now. And wheels, so plane and wheels. Okay, so we're gonna watch paths outside the bar here. Alice does not bug. General's path is good. I really like it. Okay, teal's probably fine, just judging off that path. Like I said, I like Salmon's path here, so he's kind of a low light to me mentally here. And Wheels actually goes for a Inspect. Twin now also has an Inspect, so we're gonna have to watch both of them. Twin also has, that's a fingerprint on that statue, just so you guys know. Sorry takes, and Seek also, I think, was at the bar. Probably gonna need to focus a little bit. Yeah, I like that a lot from Wheels. That's very correct pathing. That's very... Twin could easily be the spy there. That wasn't that much of an AI-like path. Twin now, who is a mental low light, I think. This could be a swap. Okay, but it's not. Okay, let's watch Seek.
Banana bread.
And I'm gonna assume that it is just Twin here. And it is. And what makes me say that for my final determination is that there's only 2 real BBs there at the end. You have like 4 lowlights, 5 lowlights currently in the party. No one else with real. Alice had nothing except 1 print. So that leads me to shoot Twin. Because I know that Twin didn't have any other prints, so I know that I didn't need to shoot before a contact. Alice didn't have any prints, so same thing. Don't need a shooter here. There's no reason to. The only person who could be finishing, and I'm almost kind of I'm almost forced to shoot here is Twin, because he's the only person that could be finishing. No one else is finishing here except Twin. And keep in mind, Twin was already a mental low light, Salmon mental low light, Seek is a low light, but they're all out for BB here, so that's just confirming all of our, good low lights. And then, yeah, no one else is in for real BB. No one else has anything. I highlight for Inspects. I think he was the only Inspector who wasn't. Every other Inspector who went to statues that game was low lit, so there's no other Inspectors, no bugs that I saw, no swaps, obviously. Fingerprint wasn't a lot of fingerprints, and no Delegate Purloin, whatever has gone off, so it's a pretty safe shot for Twin here. And combined with like the combined with the human like path to that front conversation after the inspect, I think it's a pretty safe shot. And if I'm wrong, well, maybe this shot is wrong 5% of the time, but right 95% of the time. That's just what you get when you play a 3 of 7 venue. Sometimes you're going to be wrong, but you feel like you take a correct shot. Okay, so we get balcony. And I won't lie, I probably am going to need to focus for this, so I'm not going to talk, I think, unless I can just freely talk. So it's bug context seduce. My general strategy, I have a entire video dedicated to balcony, and it's all level 7. Um, that's my second iteration, or my focusing on intuition. So if you want to know my strategy and want to watch it over and over again, go watch that. But I'm going to snipe this game with focus, and then I'll, analyze it and talk about it after. Nebula and Sauerkraut. Here we go. Watch Bug, mainly. Okay, no Bug's gone off, it looks like. Disney is the first talker. We don't need to low-light him. Or sorry. So General is the second talk, which is sus, as you know. Talks next to Red Dress. Okay, and no one else talks. So when a minute hits, General is going to be the one to watch.
Banana bread.
Okay, General is a low light now. Sorry is the only person talking during that BB. And Wales was sipping a drink during the BB, but Nebula is fully capable of hitting a green while doing that. And the spy actually... Okay, that wasn't great from Disney, wasn't horrible. Okay, Wheels talks. Okay, good. I like to see that. Okay, red dress takes each sip. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And good timing there from red dress. Disney feels like the spy here. I'm not going to shoot because I think he still has one more talk to go, but if I was to take a shot here, I think it's Disney. And I'm actually going to low light red dress for that sip. Wheels paths also look pretty AI-like. Yeah, sorry, I don't think is the spy. Or sorry could be finishing a talk right here and win. Okay, it could be sorry here actually. Oh no, but I think that was a bug from Buns, so we're gonna shoot it. Yeah, and it was a bug. Okay, so okay, man, balcony is so stressful. I actually had to like really focus up. Um, so yeah, the game there was pretty simple. Luckily, I got a free low light onto general, so then it's down to 5 people because you can't be taking a drink at the same time you BB. So therefore, general is a low light and cannot have been the spy because you can't contact while taking a drink. And then yeah, from here on out, I didn't really feel like the spy really had flirt done, so I wasn't gonna take any shots until I saw. Sorry, maybe could have been the spy here if she hit a if she hit a green flirt, because Sorry could have been done with missions because could have green flirted and then BB'd for a green test while talking, and then that last talk could have been a double green flirt game. I think I was just hoping that it wasn't, and sometimes you do have to hope that because there is a lot of finishes that can happen on balcony. But that all being said, I'm not one to ever just tunnel on nothing. I can do it sometimes, but so let's go to the angle that I had, which is right here. Yeah, sauerkraut flashes onto sorry, it makes sense. Disney also I didn't really like, and it actually it's interesting because sorry, it's a sauerkraut right here. His highlights reflect my highlights here and lowlights. Yeah, I was thinking about shooting sorry here, but I'm still watching Bug at this point in time. So you can kind of see Bun's arm. You can see the open arm there for like a very split second. So let me show you. Yeah, you can literally it's so subtle. It's only there for a second of time. You can kind of see right here is the arms open. It's very hard. It is like incredibly hard to see, but it's like almost invisible. And let's see from Sour's perspective. Funnily enough, Sauerkraut actually also has the exact same. Wow, that's funny. Sauerkraut has the exact same angle that I did. Luckily, though, I was able to catch that. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. But luckily, remained solid there, and didn't just take a panic shot onto Disney and Sorry. I really felt like they didn't have any mission progress. Disney, I knew didn't have mission progress. Sorry could have been the only finisher here. I low lit red dress for sip etiquette because it was basically like dead on accurate. But yeah, just wow, very nice. Just very nice bug. Also, I have to say that bug is beautiful, just for like like I mean for balcony and for the fact that like it's already down to 5 people anyway and like you're outside of conversation, but it makes a lot of sense because Buns doesn't have anything, so the only play for Buns to even do their finished missions is to bug. So you know that's something that like you get with time too, is like you have to like when you think that no one else has any mission progress, you kind of want to just watch crash bugs on balcony at the end, like 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left. And so that's kind of what I was trying to do, and it pays off because we find Nebula. So we're 3 out now. All right, so any 4 of 7. These have not been easy setups, so I'm happy to finally get a courtyard game again. So it's Mini Auric versus Grash, so another Grash sniper loss or hold, hopefully. So let's see. So we have Nunu. Queen could have bugged, I guess. So Nunu and Mask, and Toby offering. Okay, so Nunu and Mask. Okay, Plane Twin. Plane Twin could have bugged there. Let's keep watching Purloin. So Seek. Okay, Bling Twin's path looks pretty good there, but Plain Twin is still suspicious to me. Queen, I guess, could technically have bug. Okay, Teal rejects. Now you want to start watching the yellow conversations because you want to see where the top suspects end up going. So Teal Rocker have rejects. Okay, Nunu Mask or Nunu Puff, whatever. Okay, General does not swapping. Okay, Irish goes to that conversation. Plain should have been redirected off that briefcase, I think. So we could easily low light General here. Um, Silver lining here is that I think Queen also has a real BB, but Plain Twin and Queen both still need to go to statues, so we don't really have to worry yet until one of them do. Okay, so we're still okay. There's no prints left. There's no printers that we have to worry about here. Purloin, it does not go off yet. Queen hasn't moved. Salmon is getting a reject here. And I think at this point, I'm pretty sure I caught the bug onto Plain Twin. So if Plain Twin goes to statues, I am going to shoot it probably. I like Teal's path there. But I don't know because now Queen is going into statues here. I have to credit a bug here. I'm going to shoot it. Yeah. I I have no choice but to credit this bug here because it could have been a bug at the beginning that I missed. I guess there's pretty low chance that like she takes a bug there, but hmm, wait. Yeah, I think that might have been more paranoia than anything, I think. Also, it was a very good game by Mini Auric too, by the way, because not only is he finishing up Prince here, yeah, I actually this is a great game. Like I wasn't on top of the print here. I had him having briefcase, but I think he was so overshadowed by Plain Twin and Queen. Yeah, Plain Twin. It's interesting because Plain Twin also looks like he's being credited with the bug here. So he got credited for the same bug, interestingly enough, that I credited him with. This is just a really hard game to find, I'm not gonna lie. I think my main mistake was tunneling too much on those Queen and Plain Twin. But either way, had I saw Alice go to the statue, I don't think I would have shot her. And she went there right around the same time as Queen did. So when I shot Queen, Alice went to statue. So uh, Alice wasn't even on my radar. I mean, I did have the briefcase in my mind, but like not in my mind, if that makes any sense. Because I did see the ambassador go to this first statue. Yet again, I just wasn't even thinking. So yeah, great game from Minioric there. Unfortunate that unfortunate that I did that, but yeah, unfortunate that I was not on top of the prince there. So we don't lose on balcony, we don't lose on 307 pub, but we lose on courtyard of all places. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I want to say. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, so I have the briefcase here, and yeah, the only other thing, yeah, I should have just been on top of Prince here because then I could have shot this too for mission completion. I guess if I credit Queen, I think the Queen bug credit is way too like aggressive, and I think it's way too unnecessary, and I think it's just straight up just wrong. I also could have like watched the path out because that path is also really good. So yeah, probably didn't have to shoot Queen there, unfortunately, which is my bad. I just should have been more on top of I should have been more on top of Prince there. So yeah, I tunneled too much. As I just said, I never tunnel on balcony. So uh, that's funny. But okay, so we have another Nebula game versus David. Any four of a gallery, my beloved gallery. Let's go. Nest, Nest and Hydra. Okay, Duke takes out a book. Nest Hydra, red dress with the first reject. Salmon could have bugged, I guess. Sorry, I'm sort of trying to focus here because there's a lot going on. Okay, sorry with the very first print of the game, so I have to keep that in the back of my mind. Okay, it's Bling Twin. Okay, slid. Okay, red dress could have easily had a bug there. Okay, Rocker and Sorry both are credited with prints. Okay, no Purloin yet. Dead Briefcase. Okay, Alice. Okay, there's no prints at the left bookcase just yet, so I don't have to credit Salmon with one. Okay, Wheels. Don't think there's a chain at the moment. Okay, okay, that looked like a slide from Teal. General. Okay, I guess technically General finishes in specs here, so General isn't like completely clear, I guess, in my mind. To Duke. Rocker could have. Rocker does have some pretty uh, decent activity here. Yep, there is the microfilm from Rocker. I just realized that she had been at the other bookcase, and so I was crediting a microfilm because I didn't see that she went there. And then as I'm looking and watching her animations, I noticed that she transfers. So yeah, she also had a fingerprint, which we were on top of. I'm assuming that's also what we did. Yeah, print. Also had a purloin thrown in there, and then Nebula finishes off with the contact. So nice game. But yeah, managed to. I was on top of everything there for the most part. I was a little quiet, but um, Gallery is a venue where I like to camp mainly and then use pathing secondarily to my camping. And so I had to make sure I was on top of everything here. And for the most part, I was. So maybe I'm sure I missed a few things from other guests. Like, I don't know what book Kane was from, but Rocker, I did credit with microfilm, and luckily I happened to see it. So I also knew that she had another print, so I would have been on high alert for other prints in the game. So yeah, very happy about that. Okay, Lagorv Janine versus Dallas. Same thing, another gallery game. Let's go. Mask and Puff. Okay, Blink Twins on the right. Okay, that is just a really early purloin from. Okay, so I saw the purloin because I still was watching it, and remember, never just look at one thing only. Kind of like you let your eyes flicker around the venue, and I saw Rocker go right up next to the Ambassador and Bug. So now that I have a nice clear shot, I will shoot Rocker for Bug and Purloin, and there is not much more to say about that game because I just saw everything. So, okay. Now we have two games left. So we are on Tae-En with Screwless versus Rov. Let's go. Hopefully I don't get like Omega big brain bugged here at the beginning. And I won't, thank God. But I am still going to watch it just in case. Okay, Bling Twin does not Purloin. Okay, White Dress is from the far bookcase. And we have HBB and AHH. So HBB and Scream. Okay, Alice rejects. Alice and Tex reject. I gotta credit Alice with the bug here because I wasn't watching it great. Buns also has a print. Okay, so Alice, Tex, and Teal now. And I don't think Red Dress double cycled. And okay, so now we have it down to our highlights. Alex, Tex, Teal in
Banana bread.
general. I had to credit this is what sucks because I had to credit Alice with the bug here. I don't think it was general, oddly enough. General, the fade looks green to me, so my first impression is that it's a green fade. Okay, I'm gonna watch the path. Okay, no, but Alice slides. Okay, thank God. Alice slides, so we have it down to 3 people now. And Teal, General, and Tex, I don't think have any missions, unless I miss something just completely egregious here. So I think we're okay. And that is a bug from Tex, so we can shoot it. Got real lucky there because if I didn't get that free low light from Alice, I think what I would have had to do is like realize that okay, unless I'm willing to credit her for this bug, I'm just gonna have to delete that credit and make it as if like everybody in the party only has a purloin. So that's what I did. That's what I was probably gonna do. I wasn't gonna shoot. I was gonna wait for a fourth mission from every single other guest because I knew that no one else had anything but her, and what are the odds that, she purloins right there and then, leaves and does all this other stuff. But the bug here is actually a really nice idea, actually. But oh wait, it doesn't even take. Oh, that's really unfortunate. The bug doesn't even take here. Let me show what I saw, by the way. So, okay, we don't. Yeah, so we see Alice slide there. That's a very egregious slide. And let's watch Tex here. Remember, Tex is our spy. Watch his right arm and watch it behind the shoji right here. So you see it, and you see it do that right there. You see the arm open. That means that he bugs, and no other AI can do that, which means Tex is forced to be our spy. So, uh, very, very good game, I think. Happy to see that, my mission camping paid off this game because I was on top of the entire purloin chain. I had it down to 4 people. It was Alice, Tex, Teal, and General that game. Rav only lost this because he low lit because he thought he had the chain, but he actually had the entire chain but the spy, so very unfortunate. He has Alice, Teal, and in general, funnily enough. So we actually have the entire chain except the spy, which is unfortunate for Rav. But we did have the chain, and we did also have the bug. So we found the shot, which is cool. Glad I didn't paranoia shoot Alice. I was waiting for like another aggressive talk. I just was gonna watch her behavior and see what she did, but I don't think I was gonna be able to shoot her for not having a fourth mission there that I could see. Like obviously you could easily credit Bug there because she was in right next to the ambassador, but it's just so circumstantial that it's like I can't, I just can't. All right. Okay. Why? I don't know why this keeps happening. This is the like third time this entire like week that I've been playing dailies. I'll get to level 7. I'll be at like no, this is the third time. So well, no, this is well, okay. I guess this isn't as same as the other one, but like I'll be 7 for 7. I'll have 7 wins out of 7 wins, and then I get myself. I try to meta snipe myself by like being like, oh, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do this, and then I lose because I'm just dumb and I tunnel or I do stuff I'm not supposed to. So I'm going to make it up to myself. This game, I am not going to snipe myself on how I would snipe myself. I'm going to snipe it objectively. So I'm just gonna follow my normal routine. Which, by the way, in case I didn't make it clear, I'm gonna be doing like every single game. So I'm basically following like my same normal routine on every single venue. And then obviously deviating when the circumstances call for it. But the whole purpose of this one is just gonna be focusing on routine slash just what you normally would do in a spy game. Okay, so hopefully I don't lose to myself because that would be very unfortunate. I am still very sad about the mini Auric game. I think that was really winnable, and I definitely could have found that shot had I been on top of fingerprints more and maybe a little bit more focused. But just my mistake. I tunneled way too hard, which I should not have done, and I think I just took myself down a verbal rabbit hole that I shouldn't have. Okay. But myself versus Hoffnung here. So hopefully I don't embarrass myself by losing to myself because that would just be tragic. But here we go. Hydra. No early bug except from Red Dress. Hydra and Nunu, but Wheels could have bugged easily. Okay, no Purloin has gone off, so I'm gonna watch Wheels' path here. Yeah, that could have easily been done by me. That was not an AI-like path. Okay, General. Bun's path is kind of like bad. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. This could be a swap from Duke. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that is. I do this sort of play all the time. This BB like cover for the swap. So this is like a fun little rush that I did against Hoffnung. It looks like it ended up working in this game, but yeah, when I heard BB go off, I saw someone at that statue. My pattern recognition just went crazy. I was like, okay, let's watch the statue to see if it's Duke. And it happened to be Duke. So, I mean, if it was another spy, I probably would have done the same thing. I would be like, wait, that's weird, a little weird, but extra so because it's myself. So, fun little rush there. Um, I just explain the game, my game plan, start at statues, green swap, finish BB, and then hurry up and green Purloin. That way all of my missions are done. And if Hop is not on top of either Purloin or the swap, I just straight up win. So swap goes off, the BB distracted from it, so I don't think he has even saw it yet. And then yeah, and right now the Purloin's about to go off, so if he's on top of the Purloin, I lose. He doesn't have the swap, so I don't have to worry about that. So and end up winning here because Hoffman does not see it. So yeah, there we go. So unfortunately, missed a courtyard game there just because of the prince. A little unfortunate. I think I played. I think it was a good game that I sniped that game because I think I did have Alice having only one print in the back of my mind, but the tunneling caused me to not have to not really register that like she went to a printable statue. Had I just kind of ignored Queen there, I don't think I would have been. I maybe could have found the shot, but I'm not sure. It's hard to say. But okay, that's gonna be it for this video. 7-1 again. I think that was my score in the last one. And these were some really good games. I think actually there was some really instructive and good sort of like things to watch for in these games. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in my next Teaching the Dailies.